CPT JJ CPB Introduction, page 13, part 8.
General criteria for Category 1 and Category 3 codes. Continued change application.
We're looking at the details of how the CPT committee of the CPT organization handles applications for changes, right? And this is another aspect. What does it say?
The proposed descriptor for the procedure or service is neither a fragmentation of an existing procedure or service nor currently reportable as a complete service by one or more existing codes, with the exclusion of unlisted codes.
Right. So when you're presenting a proposal, right, for a new code, you have to include a descriptor, and this descriptor shouldn't be like a fragmentation of an existing procedure. There's already an existing procedure and you just take part of it. No. That's not valid. Or a service not currently reportable as a complete service by one or more existing codes. Which basically what this means is that the description that you're presenting shouldn't be something that is already there in parts or in whole, right? With the exclusion of unlisted codes, which means that unlisted codes is fine because they are not listed there and they could be considered, okay? However, procedures and services frequently performed together may require new or revised codes. If two procedures are performed together, then that might be a reason to give it a new code. If they always perform together, right? That's an exception because both descriptions are there, but now they're together, right? Okay, now let's just review a little of the procedure code. Procedure code CPT coding used to code medical procedures and services. And it says identify the main procedure or service. An example is X-ray.
X-ray pelvis, 4 views.
4 views, right? So you review the subterms, the cross-reference, verify, and assign correct 5-digit numerical code. And in this case, the CPT code is 72190, right? And the way that we handle the problem is here, radiologic examination pelvis, complete minimum of 3 views, right? And the code 1 through the index is you go to the index, you go to X-ray, you go to pelvis, and you get this range of codes. And in the tabular, you just check all the codes that you have, and we just choose the last one because the last one has all the keywords. Radiologic, pelvis, and minimum of 3 views. Okay? So that's our theory for today. Now we're going to do a little problem. Ready, set, go. All right, CPT JJ-RVA, page 259, exercise 81, and this is a level 0 exercise. What does it mean level 0? It's a very easy exercise, okay? So the text reads like this.
Surgery, urinary system. Patient comes to the hospital with a history of right flank pain. Urine tests are negative. Radiology examination reveals that the patient has renal cysts. Patient is now admitted for laparoscopic ablation of the cysts.
Now, don't let the lot of words kind of impress you. Oh my goodness, this is so difficult. Because from here to here is just diagnosis, and we don't code diagnosis in CPT. It says patient comes to the hospital with a history of right flank pain. That's the diagnosis. What's wrong with the patient? Urine tests are negative. That is a result or a lab to determine the diagnosis. We ignore that too. And radiology examination reveals that the patient has renal cyst. That's the end diagnosis. So from here to here is the diagnosis. We ignore that. But what is done to the patient? The patient is now admitted for laparoscopic ablation of the cyst. So all you have to do is code a laparoscopic ablation of the renal cyst, because it says renal here, right? Urine test, renal cysts, right? So the renal cyst. So that is the procedure. Laparoscopic ablation of a renal cyst, okay? So we're going to count to 3 so you can give us the CPT code for this procedure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is 50541. You got that? If you got it, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's just give you a tip. The tip number 1 is,
start with ablation.
it's very simple. Just go to ablation, to the A ablation, and continue from there, okay? And so the answer is 50541. And you know that you start with ablation. So we're going to count to 3 so you can give us the path to finding the code, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the summary of the whole problem. It's a surgery section of the CPT code book. It's a urinary system. The patient comes to the hospital with a history of right flank pain. Urine tests are negative. Radiology examination reveals that the patient has renal cysts. The patient is now admitted for laparoscopic ablation of the cysts. Okay, so there's only one code, and the code 1 through the index is found like this.
First, you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to ablation.
Ablation.
Then you go to renal cysts.
Renal cysts, and you get a code. What's the code?
50541.
That's why it's level 0, because you only get one code. And all you have to do is just gotta check this code in the tabular. So the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First, you go to tabular.
Go to a tabular.
Then you go to this code, 50541.
And what do you read there?
Laparoscopy, surgical, ablation of renal cysts.
Which is exactly everything that we need, right? And so that's why there is an equal sign at the end, which means that we double check this code. So the answer is 50541. Okay? Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to visit our website, and also
you can subscribe to us in YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
right. And what do they get?
You will get up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10s, CPTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Okay, so thanks for watching again, and don't forget to visit our website and also subscribe to our videos. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.